Hello and welcome, all my beautiful vibrant hearts and ephemeral souls, to today's Zodiac Pairing Reading. For those who are, unfamiliar, the uninitiated with how these readings work, what I like to do is I take my handy dandy, trusty dusty little astrological die here and I roll it and find out what two signs in connection we are talking about, and then I do a love reading for those two signs. If you end up liking this format, then there are more of these types of readings available on a tier on my Patreon, a love messages tier on my Patreon. So it's going to be linked down below. I do at least a couple of these a week, as well as a collective reading. So yeah, it's really fun. It's a good community. Come hang out with us. We'd like that. We'd love to have you there. Keep in mind that these can talk about your sun signs, of course, the two signs that come up. But these could also talk about any other major placements that you identify. So big three, Venus, North Node, whatever you kind of associate with this connection. These could speak to placements that either one of you have. And a little side note that I like to add for people is, let's say you see, an important placement of yours, but the other one is not, somebody that you're currently connected to, but you still feel drawn to the reading. I would recommend to watch it anyway, just because it could reflect a past energy that Spirit's trying to give you clarity on, or an incoming energy that Spirit's trying to give you a heads up about. So that's what I got for you. With that, let's get into it, my friends. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. It is wintertime. We have all the heaters going. Lovely. I'm very grateful for it. They're very effective, but they dry out the air something fierce. So, all right, let's see what we got. Oh, okay. We have Aries. All those Aries. And Pisces. Aries and Pisces in connection. Let's go. Yeah, I'm going to start with Oracle here. All right, Spirit. So, what do my Aries Pisces combos need to know? I immediately got, I'm sorry. That's been a collective theme lately, where there are apologies that are happening. There are mendings of relationships that are happening. Somebody might be sorry about the way something came out. I'm seeing something being presented. So the way that something came out. Somebody may have presented something, and it kind of brought up some old wounds in the other person, and the person who presented it is kind of like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that impacted you in a way that I was unaware of. Past life relationship. Here's why. So you and this person, says you have known each other before. This could literally be somebody from your past who is coming through to kind of, illustrate they've been reflecting on something, and there's something that they wish they could possibly take back. They wish they had done different. But there also could be past life energy between the two of you. So I always say this whenever you have somebody you're connecting to where there's past life energy. It's a pretty baked in dynamic, right? Because you have energy from other lifetimes of you guys learning together and growing together. And so generally it can be intense, because relatively early on in the connection, what you like about this person or about the relationship, you really, really like, right? It's very comfortable. It's very familiar. It's that good feeling. But you may find that you have issues where it's we've only known each other a few months. We've only been dating a few months. But, when it comes to this thing, we fight like an old married couple. It's crazy. That's usually a sign there's past life energy there, right? What you love, you really love. What drives you nuts or hurts your feelings really, really gets you. So there might be kind of that energy going on at the soul where it's okay, I'm sorry. Okay, you guys may have had your first fight. Keep an open mind. It says your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. So this is somebody who, is a soulmate to you in some form or fashion. This is a very divinely inspired or guided meeting is something that I'm getting, very fated meeting. For some, you have not met this person quite yet. Excuse me. And this will be somebody, when you meet them, it's very familiar. This is, again, and this is a little heads up from Spirit. For some, you're kind of still in an undefined phase or a dating phase with this person, just because we have one masculine, two feminines here, right? And there could be something about the way that they handled it, or the way that the appropriate boundaries in that early stage that kind of got fumbled, and there's kind of oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting a faux pas kind of energy. This person, you know, again, you might have these things that you connect on, you really, really enjoy about this person intensely. And there's kind of like this like past life energy hanging around the connection, but it might feel weird because they are different in this lifetime. So even though it's familiar, it's also different. And that might be creating this weird juxtaposition of like, oh, I thought we were getting on so well. I thought we were, it's like spiritual muscle memory, right? You go to do what you did before, but it's like, oh wait, we're different this time. There's kind of a little bit of that energy going on here. For some, this is, like I said, someone from your past where you are getting to know them all over again. So let's get some cards and get some details. 5 of Pentacles, something happened. Something happened. Are you guys okay? Yeah, okay. 5 of Cups. Oh. And then we had these two flipped out together. The Hermit and the Sun. Virgo and Leo now showing up. With the Queen of Cups at the bottom. I do feel like there's a lot of like sensitivity. There's a lot of sweetness here. Cancer's energy there. So Leo or Cancer through Virgo season might be a significant time of the year. That's end of June through, excuse me, the end of August. That might be like a super significant time of the year for you two. For some, there's a sense here of there may be issues with this person around how much like alone time they need. They may have done something that kind of like was hurtful. They needed some time by themselves. This person may have kind of needed to slow things down a little bit. They may not have communicated that effectively. I feel like this person made you feel rejected somehow. You may have, if you're in the dating phase with this person, but it's not exclusive, you may have kind of like found out that they are dating other people. And it's like, okay, I guess I kind of knew that. But at the same time, I thought this was special. They feel like they hurt your feelings. I want to clarify this 5 of Cups in particular. 2 of Swords reversed. Something they said, a decision that they made, pardon my itchy eyeball, may have kind of thrown you off. Yeah, because there's a High Priestess at the bottom. You guys have a spiritual bond. Again, you feel that really, really deeply. And it feels like they made a choice that seems antithetical to that, right? So like if you feel like you have a spiritual bond with this person, maybe, you know, you're not seeing anybody else, but they are, right? That was like part of their process. Some of you don't feel chosen by this person. So for some, this person's just been really hurt in their past. And so with the Hermit energy, they kind of like to be on their own, or they like to approach relationships slowly, right? There could be this back and forth because these two came out together where you guys can be really happy together. And there's a lot of joy here. There's a lot of expansion. But this person may also need to, like, that's a literal night and day difference. This person might need to retreat into their own space a lot. And you might feel very rejected when they do that. What's the Hermit here? 3 of Wands. This person may also be, something I'm getting is like very pragmatic about the future because there are plans they're trying to work out with the 3 of Wands. So maybe if you're trying to move things forward, they're like, well, you know, I'm really trying to secure this job first. I'm trying to secure this, you know, this home, this living situation. This person could be thinking about moving or be planning to move. So there's kind of a sense of like, I don't want to get too committed because of that. It feels like you both have feelings, like you both have caught feelings here and it's mutual, but there's something here where they're still undecided about the path forward that they want to take. And I think that that's something that has been hurtful because you feel the bond. Yeah, King of Pentacles, for them, their career could be very important. They have a plan with the 3 of Wands that they don't want to really derivate from. And it feels like you're in their life now, and it's kind of like, now what do I do? Like, I think for you, it feels like them picking something else over you. But for them, it feels like they don't want to self-abandon. That's very important for them. Why is that important for them? With the 5 of Pentacles, especially, why is that important for them? The Star. Okay, so they're really trying to make like a wish happen here. We have Aquarius energy as well. There's something that would be very healing for them. There is healing in the situation even when it doesn't feel like it. 5 of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you guys may have thought about this. I feel like with the 5 of Swords, you know, we have 3 5s coming out as well. they may have had some really challenging experiences in their past where like there's a lot of, you know, power struggle, a lot of arguments. It feels like there were like relationships in their past, whether this was previous romantic relationships or family relationships, where, you know, Five of Swords, Five of Pentacles, they had to scrap, they had to fight for everything that they had. They may have gone through a period of like a lot of lack. They might feel like they're not good enough and people are constantly criticizing them, trying to make them feel bad. Again, this could be family. And so there's something here where whatever it is they're reaching for, it's so important for them because it's really wrapped around their healing journey, like very much so. High Priestess again when I cut the deck. And so even though they intuitively feel drawn to exploring this with you or to developing things further, there's something that they don't want to, and I feel like this stresses you out. There's something that they really don't want to, you know, again, derivate from because it's really important to them as a person. What's the Three of Wands? Page of Cups. For some, there's like a third party energy, but it's not what you think. So there might be like, there could be like a co-parent if they have a child, particularly if they have a Pisces child. Like there could be like a co-parent situation and it's like, oh, well, you know, you might think that there's a, like you might have an opinion about a boundary that needs to be set, especially in communication. So like, let's say if they are always at odds with this co-parent, you know, it might, like, let's say like they're always at odds with this co-parent and you're like, why don't you just, you know, set a boundary with communication? Why don't you just like you need to do something about it? They might not be doing it, not because they're trying to appease their co-parent, but because they don't want to like lose access to their child. And so like, especially like, let's say they had an absent parent when they were growing up, that's part of their like, they're so intertwined with this because it feels like it's part of their healing. In general, again, I feel like this is something where this might represent a dream they've had for a really long time. This might represent, this feels like there's been many cycles to reach their goal and they're either there or they're pretty close to it. So there's something here about like, I feel like they're kind of trying to stall on the timing for like next steps or how to move forward. Because they feel like they're really close to their goal. Yeah, 10 of Cups at the bottom. They feel like they're very close to their goal, but they need to get something else centered first. For some, it's just like they need a little more time to heal, plain and simple. They need a little more healing time, especially from like past relationships or like really challenging family issues before they're ready to move forward. What is the Sun here? This person, you make this person happy. Yeah, Queen of Swords and the 10 of Pentacles. It feels like I'm almost getting like you make this person very, very happy. And on the other end of the spectrum, there's this, right? There's tradition. There is, you know, a very strong feminine energy, Libra depicted here, like very strong feminine energy that, sorry if you can hear the wind, it's very windy. That, you know, has very, very high expectations for this person. And for you, it might be like, the choice is clear. For some, this is an overbearing mother or grandmother or something I'm getting, who like is kind of the matriarch of the family, like calls the shots. And it's like, stand up to her, tell her you want to be with me, or like stand up to this person. Like, you know, there's kind of that energy here. And so for a lot of you, it feels like you guys, you make your person very happy. You guys really enjoy your time together. But it feels like there are issues around timing and the future that this person, like, this is where there's like this is where you guys are not aligned and it might feel very hurtful. You might really want like a future with them and they're kind of like you might really want a family and they're like, I don't really know if that's for me, or I'm not going to have kids until I'm this age. You might really want to meet their family and it feels like it's a little complicated. And so with this energy, you know, keep an open mind here. It feels like right now is a time in this connection where in order to move things forward, this is really about both of you being willing to consider each other's points of view a little bit more and be willing to maybe make some alterations to your expectations and make some adjustments. Knight of Pentacles, because I was asking, how does this person feel? They feel like this is very doable, right? It's step by step. They feel like they're a very patient person. They feel like they're going to get there. It's just like a matter of when. Six of Swords. There's healing that is represented here, and there's moving yet again. And the Queen of Cups. It feels like this person knows they're on their way to you, but in order to successfully get to you, they have to kind of find some peace in their life, right? We had that Five of Swords. They have to kind of move on from that. And there might be an element where they have to get financially stable in themselves or grounded in themselves. But it feels like the way that they feel about this is there's a lot of care here. There's a lot of love. They think that you would be somebody who they can connect with really well, but it feels like they're trying not to rush anything. They're trying to do things by the book, and they're trying to make sure things are solid and stable before they take any next steps. And that is something where it feels like there might have to be a little bit of compromise between the two of you. So that is what I'm seeing for you for right now. I hope this has been helpful, my friends. Yeah, that's what I got. Take care. Bye.